Wholesale Tire, Werner & Sons, along with Finley Sign Company, Exhaust Works, and Tech Auto Specialty. 19.463 is a feature race out here a week ago on the Speedway to qualify now. 24 is Bob Davis. Bob Davis, second ranking driver in the street stock division. Driver hails from Aurora, drives an 85 Monte Carlo, 19.017. Third fast time now for Bob Davis. So Mid-American Sportsman competitors, let's bring them up to the line to qualify. Al Swiggett's time, 19.051. Al Swiggett, eighth in the current standings. Swiggett with a feature win in 1999. Sponsors on AdCar, Club Construction, Plantville Coatings, Anderson Auto Supply. 3. Pat McCabe with 3 feature wins this season. In the Mid-American Sportsman action, 16.501 is the first lap around for Pat McCabe. Now, car number 3J, the driver's Joe Einhaus Jr. Joe Einhaus Jr. out of Seneca in that 99 Dodge Avenger. Starts the night with a pretty big lead, 78 points over second place man Pat McCabe. Joe Einhaus Jr. in the 3J. First lap, 16.279, 16.279. Joe Norton, he's 10th in the current standings. 57, that's Rob Skaman. Rob Skaman out of Coal City in a 97 Thunderbird. Rob Skaman, fourth ranking driver out here last season in the Mid-American Division. 16.619. One Ford is on the Speedway now, driving a 96 Grand Prix. Joe Bertino, car number 96, he's fourth in the current Mid-American points. Denny Peters of John Manor Insurance, along with I-55 Auto Salvage, Cables for Computers, the Golf Club, Bertino's Auto, Clementine Candles, Professional Medical Supply, the Gold Club, and Northern Illinois Steel are the sponsors. 16.592 is the first. Ron Nakula. Ron Nakula out of Morris in that Ford Thunderbird. Ron Nakula returning to the competition this season. Didn't race out here either in 1997 or 1998. Ron Nakula out of Morris, eighth in the current Mid-American points, 16.682. Matt Olson, number 32, your next qualifier. Matt Olson out of Sandwich in that 94 Lumina. Seventh ranking driver, doing a great job this season in his rookie year in the Mid-American Division. 16.868 is the first lap. 35, that's Scott Kerner out of Joliet. Scott Kerner in the George Scheffler-owned 84 Monte Carlo. Scott Kerner shown sixth in the latest points. Already printing in Oswego, the sponsor of Scott Kerner's number 35. First lap around 16.573, 16. Car number 2, the Orange 2 car. A driver change tonight. The driver is Don Crittenbrink. Don Crittenbrink from Crete. Driving the 99 Monte Carlo, usually handled by John Brolick. 15.595, looking to put back-to-back late model titles to his credit here at the Speedway. In the 55 tonight, it's John Brolick. John Brolick out of New Lenox in the Dave Birch-owned 99 Monte Carlo. John Brolick with 2 feature wins so far this season. First lap, a good one, 15.32515. Eddie Hoffman, your next qualifier, former late model track champion here at the Speedway. Second generation driver Eddie Hoffman out of Westchester in a 98 Monte Carlo. Hoffman with 3 feature wins out here this season. in only a limited amount of appearances, 15.490. Most of his time these days on the American Speed Association Stock Car Trail. Driving that Don Finetti black number 8 car. 76, that's Dwayne Pearson. Dwayne Pearson, 6th in the current standings. Dwayne Pearson out of Lamont in that 98 Dodge Avenger. 15.509 is the in that 99 Monte Carlo. Troy Kozat, 11th in the current standings. 15.552 is the first lap. Third in the latest late model points in the 52, it's Pat Kelly. Pat Kelly out of Rockdale. Behind the wheel of the Bill Speed Shop owned 98 Grand Prix. Pat Kelly, a former two-time Mid-American Sportsman champion here at the Speedway. In his first full season of late model action, 15.429 is the first lap. Won Street Stock Championship here, doing that in 1992. Car number 26, feature winner out here a couple of weeks ago. In the 26, it's Dave Finney. Dave Finney out of Sycamore in a 99 Grand Prix. Dave Finney, first lap, 15.527. Smith won the feature race out here on opening night. He's 4th in the latest late model standings. Tom Smith, the number 35. 15.428 seconds. 16, Dave Weltmeyer on the Speedway. Dave Weltmeyer, the Dyer Flyer, he calls Dyer, Indiana home. Behind the wheel of a 98 Monte Carlo. Weltmeyer leads all feature race winners in the late model action. Weltmeyer now with 5 feature wins. One out here last Friday night, 15.416. Brett Sontag out of Joliet, driving a V6 powered Monte Carlo. 16.202 the first lap. 16.202. '61 Biff George outside of row 1. Row 2, 35 Tom Smith. 16, that's Dave Weltmeyer. Row 3, the points leader John Brolick in the 55, and your fastest qualifier 52 Pat Kelly. Field coming down here in the green flag wave. Biff George moving into the top spot. Biff George in at 61. He'll lead lap number 1. Mid-American Trophy Dash 96, 31, 03, 8 Becker, 0, and 3J. Let's get those cars to the line. Mid-American Dash, you're up next. Biff George still your leader. Biff George still out front and at 61. Tom Smith right there in the number 2 spot, putting the pressure on. Again, Mid-American Dash cars, you should be at the ramp area, ready to go. 61, Biff George leading the field. Tom Smith right there in that number 2 spot in that 35 car. Dave Weltmeyer running third and 16. White flag this time around from starter Jim Taylor. It's a lap to go. Biff George still setting a pace. Here he comes off the corner down to the stripe. Winner, Biff George in the 61. Biff George, your winner of the late model trophy dash. Second spot went to the 35 of Tom Smith. And coming home third in the 16, Dave Weltmeyer. That's your top 3 in that late model trophy dash this evening. It looks like he's going to bring it right back to the pits. Mid-American Dash. Joe Bertino, 96. Pat McCabe, 31, row 1. 03, Billy Nippenberg. The 8 is Jimmy Becker. Row 3, 0, Kevin Monk. And the 3J, fast qualifier, Joe Einhaus Jr. Einhaus Jr. in that 3J, the points leader in the Mid-American action out here. Green flag, we're underway. 96, Joe Bertino. And 31, Pat McCabe. Battling for that top spot. McCabe had the advantage as they crossed the line for lap number 1. Pat McCabe in the 31 car working the outside groove. 96, Joe Bertino on the bottom. Side by side, here comes Billy Nippenberg Jr. in that 03. Jimmy Becker now in the battle, car number 8. Pat McCabe now settling into the top position, 31. Pat McCabe leading the field. Joe Bertino running in that number 2 spot. Pat McCabe leading the field. White flag, 1 lap to go. McCabe your leader. Battles for the number 2 spot. 96 Joe Bertino and 03 Billy Nippenberg. McCabe in at 31, well out in front. Here they come to the stripe. Winner's going to be Pat McCabe. The battles for second. 96, Joe Bertino hanging on for that number 2 position. And right there in the 3rd spot, the 03 of Billy Nippenberg. Pat McCabe coming home the winner in our Mid-American Sportsman Trophy Dash tonight. Give him a hand as he brings it down here to the start-finish line. Pat McCabe out of Joliet. Let him hear it, Pat McCabe. Mid-American Trophy Dash winner in that 95 Grand Prix. Scheffler Motorsports, Aqua Design Sprinkler Systems, along with T&D Bowling and Awards, the Crow's Nest Bar and Grill, and Carhartt's Vinyl Lettering, the sponsors. Victory photo down there by Andy Grod. Give him a hand, 31. Pat 66, Don O'Leary and Joel Pekovich, 78 in row 2. And in row 3, Caveman, Kevin Bayuk, number 3, and Randy Weiss in the 1 car. Field of 6, ready to go, 6 laps. Starter Tim Goodlett waving the green flag, we're underway. Late model heat race number 1. 2 Kimber, 86, 33, 3, 14, 26, 8, 76, and 05. Heat race number 1, late model division. Let's bring them up to the ramp area. Tommy Gilmore in the 95 comes around here to lead lap 1. Tommy Gilmore, 95, your lead car. Tom Parnew, 51, and Joel Pekovich, 78, battling for second. Tommy Gilmore still setting a pace in that 95 car. Joel Pekovich now working that outside groove. Trying to take second spot. Now Pekovich looks for the lead. Joel Pekovich in that Regal number 78. Taking a high side, looking for the outside now of the leader, 95, Tommy Gilmore. Side by side they come off of turn 4 here. Almost dead even there at the stripe. Gilmore now edges out into the lead once again, 95, Tommy Gilmore. Being hounded by the 78 of Joel Pekovich. Tom Parnew trying to hang on to third. White flag this time. It's a lap to go. Kevin Bayuk in a 3 car working that outside groove. Trying to take third spot in this closing lap. Pekovich not giving up. He comes on the outside of Tommy Gilmore. It's going to be a race to the stripe. Here they come down to the checkered flag. Your winner is going to be Tommy Gilmore in that number 95 second spot. Joel Pekovich in the 78. And third in the car number 3, the caveman, Kevin Bayou. That's your top 3 spots in that street stock trophy dash tonight. Tommy Gilmore, car number 95, coming home the winner.
Well, we want to make sure it's the same person who's in it now, and then we'll see if she knows who for sure who qualified it.
Give him a hand, car number 95, Tommy Gilmore, your winner.
Junior came up to me and said he was going to be driving the 95.
Tommy Gilmore. Field coming around here looking for the restart. Green flag waving. We're underway. Bert Weinemeyer in the 86 moving into the top spot. Bert Weinemeyer coming around here to lead lap number 1. Brian Clubb hustles the number 3 in the second position, followed by the 8 car of Eddie Hoffman. Dwayne Pearson, 76, now 4th. Clubb bobbles a bit there in turn 2. Here comes Eddie Hoffman in car number 8 trying to take second. Bert Weinemeyer out front, 86. Eddie Hoffman now second. Dave Finney in that 26 car. Slowing off the pace into the pits he goes. 26, Dave Finney out of the action. Coming around here to complete lap number 5. 5 down, 5 to go. The scoreboard there between turns 3 and 4, keeping you up to date on the number of laps completed. And the top 3 cars in the running order, read from left to right. 86, 8, and 3, the top 3 cars at the moment. 05, Brett Sontag going into the pit. 05 out of the action. White flag, 1 lap to go. Bert Weinemeyer still setting the pace, leading the pack. The veteran Bert Weinemeyer still leading the field. Eddie Hoffman in that 8 car trying to track the leader down. Time is going to run out. Starter Jim Taylor with the checkered flag. Checker flag waving. Winner Bert Weinemeyer in the 86. Weinemeyer your winner, 86. Second spot goes the number 8 Eddie Hoffman. Third in the 3. Ryan Clubb, and coming home fourth in the 76, Dwayne Pearson. That's your top 4 spots in that first late model heat race tonight. Give him a hand, 86, Bert Weinemeyer. Let him hear it, Bert Weinemeyer, former track champion here at the Speedway. Driver out of Calumet City in that Pontiac Grand Prix. Archie's Place, Bert's Auto Repair, and Slick Land.